ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Good morning. This is a live shot from CMC up in Leadville, and it was chilly enough that Leadville got a little bit of snowfall last night, which is getting me so excited. Good morning, everyone. It's a great day today. Happy Monday. I'm one of your hosts, Maddie Evans, alongside Kevin Shields. Kevin, good morning.
Well, good morning, Maddie. I know you're excited. You hear the four-letter word snow, and you get all giddy.
I get like butterflies.
Ah,
Like, you know how they're like, oh, when you're in love, you're supposed to get butterflies. I'm in love with snow, and I have butterflies because we're only 53 days away from Vail Mountain opening.
53 days.
53
And we're going to get to the
days.
weather later. It's still going to be nice outside, but the temperatures are really beginning to dip.
I know. I'm going to have to go to my storage unit and pull out all my winter and fall clothes and start dressing like it's fall.
Appropriately.
Appropriately. My sundresses now are outdated.
Well, what a weekend.
What a weekend. It was an absolutely gorgeous weekend. That little bit of rainfall made everything just like come to life and smell so incredible. And there was colors changing everywhere. I did Hike, Wine, and Dine, and it was breathtaking.
There was a lot. They sold that out.
They sold that
Good
out.
for Jack's Place, good for the Shaw Cancer Center. What a wonderful event. Everybody was there in full force.
It had amazing food, too. If you did not get to go this year, I highly recommend that you mark your calendars around this time next year. They always do it when the foliage is so beautiful. These are some pictures that I took, and you can just see that all of the colors are starting to change throughout the entire valley, too. It was amazing up there. Oh, my gosh. So beautiful. That yellow. I just love it. And then these are the ribbons that they put on the trees, and I had to take a picture because these are so special.
Those are.
Yeah, it was beautiful up there.
Yeah, this is my favorite time of year. My parents are actually going to come in town this weekend so they can experience the beautiful colors and get into the mountains and enjoy fall. Yesterday was the last day of summer.
Yesterday was the last day of summer. Now we are officially into the fall season, and then winter.
And then winter, where you can ski, snowboard, spend some time outside doing the things you love.
Yeah, hike with your dogs, you know, the skinning. Bee loves that. Bee has like built-in snowshoes.
How does that go again, the skinning? That's it.
Because it's amazing. It's exhausting.
But I can't wait to get out and skin. That's one of my favorite things as well, doing a little backcountry.
I know. Oh, we're getting so close. And since it just snowed in Leadville, that means that we're even closer.
Well, we had, what was it, last weekend, year prior, there was snow on the ground. I remember the photos that we were looking at the year, how they come up on your camera, and there was snow on the ground this time last year.
I know. My memories keep coming up, and there was one big snowfall in Denver this time last year, and I have pictures of Beatrice just like running and jumping and loving the snow that we got in September in Denver. It was crazy.
Yeah. So I think we're done. We're done with Oktoberfest.
No more October.
Nope.
Well, Breckenridge.
Breckenridge has, forgot about Breckenridge.
I think
So
Breckenridge
one more.
is coming. Yeah, and then I think we're done with Oktoberfest, which is nice.
It is.
But they're very fun. It was a fun weekend to go, and the village was absolutely just like popping off. There were so many people in town this weekend.
And coming back from Denver last night, the traffic was horrific going towards Denver. So
Towards Denver, yeah. I figured that was kind of the case.
glad I was going the other direction.
Yeah.
Do you know what day it is today?
No, what day is it?
National Fried Rice Day. So, fried rice. We should do a fried rice tour of the Vail, Beaver Creek area, Edwards, see who can do the best fried rice.
You don't even have to ask me twice on that. I love fried
I
rice.
do too.
It's amazing.
I think I'm gonna have fried rice tonight to celebrate.
I think that Nozawa has pretty good fried rice.
Nozawa has good fried rice. Henry's
Henry's,
in Edwards has pretty good fried rice.
yes, yes. I haven't tried the Chinese food restaurant that's right here.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So maybe we put that on the list. Maybe
Put that
that's
on
the
the list.
first stop of the tour.
Yeah,
One fried rice a week.
right. And people can go onto the website, our website, and put comments. Where your favorite fried rice, so we can go look at it.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Or give us comments on the social media. Tell us where to get fried rice. We love that.
Okay. A little feedback.
A little feedback would be amazing. The best fried rice in the valley. Let's have this.
Let's do it.
Let's have this competition. I love that. I live for fried rice, so.
So what's going on this weekend?
This weekend?
Yeah.
It's starting to mellow out, except
is.
for the Valar Center, the VPAC.
VPAC.
Underground Sound. Yep. It's back. It's in full action. 7 great shows. You can buy the whole pass package, $125. 7 shows, 7 drinks. Kicks off this weekend. It's going to be incredible.
And there's a pass you can buy too, where you can share it with different people. If someone likes a couple shows and another person, that way you don't come out of pocket with a full amount, but you still get the experience of all that great entertainment that's happening at the Valar Center.
And they're doing a VIP package this year, so that way you can hang out in your favorite place, the May Room?
The May Gallery.
May Gallery.
That is when you, the creme de la creme can hang out there.
And you're the creme de la creme. That's why you love it so much.
But I can't believe how many locals I talk to about the events that are taking place up at the Valar Center, and they go, oh, we've never really been up there before. And it's like, are you kidding me right now? That has got to be one of the best, most intimate venues to see entertainment in, whether it's comedy, music, whatever it is. You got to get up there and check something out at the Valar Center. It's a true experience.
Yeah, and I'm super excited. This lineup is incredible. I went through, because we just were talking about it, and I went through and started listening to some of the artists that are coming on just so that I could experience it. And there are some incredible artists, some very not well-known names, but some pretty big names and some pretty big up-and-coming names, which I love.
I do too. And once they play at the Valar Center, a lot of the times, once they play there, that kind of sets their momentum to play some of the bigger venues. So it's nice to watch them evolve as artists and get up to that pinnacle.
I'm so excited. I love the Valar Center, and Underground Sound is just such a fun, little local appreciation that they do. Yeah, it's incredible.
So looking forward to that series coming on, and then moving into the winter programming. They always have some amazing acts during the winter, both comedy, music, keynote speakers, film. So they used to do a lot of the Warren Miller stuff up there. I think they're going to do some more winter skiing film up there, which would be a lot of fun. But it's a great place. Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited for them to be up and going, and it's nice that things are opening up again, but if you are going to the Valar Center in any capacity, you do need to make sure that you have proof of your vaccination before you can get in there and enjoy any of the shows.
Yeah, they want everybody to be safe, be responsible, so.
Which is nice. It's nice, and we want to keep things open, so this is how they're going to try and do that.
Yep.
All right, well, we've got a great show
Yes,
in
we
store
do.
for everyone. So many great people coming on. We're going to be talking with Revolution Power Yoga, the Bookworm, which is one of my favorite places.
Oh, love the Bookworm.
I know. They're coming in today and tomorrow. We've got some great things happening here on Good Morning Vail, but we're going to take a short break, and when we come back from our break, we're going to take a look at that local weather forecast, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
All aboard!
Step on. Take a look around. And take a listen. Relax to the rhythm of the train on the tracks. For the kids, and the kid in all of us. The Leadville, Colorado and Southern Railroad.
Located in sunny San Diego, just steps from one of the most prestigious beaches in California. I'm Stephanie J. This is the Opulent Minute. Located just a half a block to La Jolla Shores Beach, this property has amazing outdoor space, which includes a large deck off the living room and decks off each bedroom. The jacuzzi on the back patio is perfect for relaxing in after a long day at the beach. I'm here with Andres, the owner of Dinner with a Chef. Tell us a bit about the services that you offer.
We offer personal chef experiences for any occasion where you're able to enjoy your guest while leaving the rest to us.
For more information, visit opulentvacations.com. The open, contemporary design, complete with marble flooring and modern appliances, make this the ultimate luxury beach accommodation. Opulent Vacations' signature concierge service is included with every reservation. I'm heading down to the beach to soak up some sun. Thanks for watching the Opulent Minute. Book now at opulentvacations.com.
Eric Sundblad with Good Morning Vail here alongside Maddie Evans. As always, Maddie, we've been having a blast bringing everyone Good Morning Vail back into their lives, but something has been missing, Maddie. Something has been missing.
I'm so excited. The watch and wins. We're giving things away.
This was the favorite part of our show back in the day. We love to give away free prizes. In just a few short weeks, we are going to be back with more watch and wins.
Historic Deerfield is significant as a site because we're an important place in American history.
All but a few of the historic houses are on their original home lots. The original town plan from the 1670s is still in place. The town retains its original scale, and in many of the houses we have objects connected to Deerfield, the Connecticut River Valley, and New England. And all of this together helps to convey a deep sense of place.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. We were talking a little bit earlier about the temperatures and how things are changing with the seasons coming on. Yesterday was the last day of summer. Looking at the temperature, this morning it was 32 degrees, a little chilly outside when we woke up today, a little precipitation on the ground. Today's high is going to be 58 with a 20% chance of rain. We're looking at the low of 27 degrees. It's time to start stocking your firewood for the season. It's going to be getting a little chilly, so get that firewood out there, get it stocked. And if you have any kind of irrigation system, it's almost time to get those things blown out, just so you don't have any freezing happen with those temperatures dropping down. Looking at the I-70 corridor, we've got 62 degrees in Eagle, 61 in Avon. Vail's at 58 degrees, and Denver is hitting that 70-degree mark. So still a little warm there, nice temperatures. Backing into that 5-day, lots of sunshine taking place as we move into the week. Tuesday, 66 degrees, Wednesday, 73, Thursday, 73, mostly sunny, a little cloud cover moving in there. Friday's going to be full force sun, 74 degrees. Saturday is at 75 degrees, partly cloudy. We'll kind of keep an eye on that, see if any precipitation moves in. But again, as the leaves fall, so do those temperatures. Look at those lows. 33, 36, 36, 37, and 36 coming in on Saturday. So it's going to be a little chilly throughout those evenings.
Good morning, Vail.
My name's James, and I've been in the market for mortgages several times over the years, so I've gone through the process with different people. And when I met Andrea, she explained to me why my current loans were subpar and how she could get better loans with better rates.
If I had to describe Andrea in one word, I think I would use the word passionate. She is very passionate about what she does and getting the right solutions for her clients, and that made her an absolute pleasure to work with.
Hi, I'm Andrea Cox. You can reach me at 435-631-9262. Call me, text me, or you can reach me at my website, andreacoxmortgage.com.
All aboard!
Step on. Take a look around. And take a listen. Relax to the rhythm of the train on the tracks. For the kids, and the kid in all of us. The Leadville, Colorado and Southern Railroad.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
Historic Deerfield is significant as a site because we're an important place in American history.
All but a few of the historic houses are on their original home lots. The original town plan from the 1670s is still in place. The town retains its original scale, and in many of the houses we have objects connected to Deerfield, the Connecticut River Valley, and New England. And all of this together helps to convey a deep sense of place.
Good morning, Vail.
It's a great time of year to get out there and start doing some fall traveling, especially before the roads start to get all crazy with that snow. I want so much snow that it's an inconvenience to my life. That's what I'm hoping for right now.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people that don't want that to be an inconvenience. Because you got to get from place to place, and if you want to travel a little bit.
Well, so there's a solution to traveling right now, which makes it super easy, super fun, and super affordable. Airbnbs.
Airbnb is great, and it's easy, very economical. If you're on a budget, you can find things that are going to fit your budget, and it's well vetted. So the people, the owners that are renting their homes are protected, as well as the people that are renting, because there's a process you have to go through.
Which is amazing, and it's a really fun way also to meet people. We were lucky enough once, this is one of my favorite stories, is I got to stay at an Airbnb in Santa Fe, and the woman that ran the Airbnb lived on the property on the other side, and she was the most incredible woman I have ever met.
I had a friend of mine just in Santa Fe doing the same thing. Last year I went mountain biking, was down in Grand Junction, similar thing, a beautiful home, but you get to know the neighbors, you get to know the neighborhood, so if you ever go back, you've got those connections.
Which is amazing. And so we're going to take a closer look at maybe how you can look into not only renting your property as an Airbnb, but getting on there and renting a property to travel on Airbnb.
Pandemic restrictions are gradually lifting, and travel is looking different. In fact, a recent report by Airbnb indicates this travel rebound is not a temporary reaction to these many months of restrictions and isolation. Joining us now to discuss major shifts in how people are traveling and how Airbnb is meeting travelers' new needs is the communications leads for North America at Airbnb, Liz DeBold-Fusco. Liz, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
With summer now here, it's underway. What will travel look like in the coming months?
Yeah, after a year of isolation, we believe this summer is going to be the biggest travel rebound in a century. But amidst this massive travel surge, we also know that the pandemic has created a major shift in how people are traveling. Actually, the biggest change in travel since World War II. Specifically, the lines between traveling, living, and working, they're all blurring. People are more flexible over when they can travel, especially as remote working upends traditional seasonality. People are traveling to much more diverse destinations, think small towns and more rural areas. And people are staying longer in places, especially because they can work from anywhere.
And what are some new travel trends that Airbnb is seeing right now?
To start, the most popular type of travel this summer is families flocking to remote destinations from the big cities. In fact, family travel on Airbnb has spiked from 27% of overall nights booked in the summer of 2019 to over a third in the summer of 2021. And of that family travel, 42% of the nights booked are in rural destinations. This great escape to rural, as I'm calling it, it's a trend that we're seeing across all groups and all locations. Based on U.S. guest bookings, rural stays near national and state parks, the Great Lakes, those white sand beaches, they're all trending this summer, including destinations like South County, Rhode Island, Whitefish Mountain in Montana, and the Florida Panhandle. But while rural destinations are hot this summer, travelers are starting to return to cities, but for longer periods of time. So if you're going to New York City, for instance, this summer, you're probably going to stay for a month or more, and you're going to use that as an opportunity to really live on Airbnb and experience New York for an extended period of time.
And given this travel surge and the new trends you mentioned, how is Airbnb improving the travel experiences?
Yes, we have introduced over 100 upgrades across every aspect of our service to meet the coming demand and this fundamental shift in travel. One of the biggest top to bottom upgrades of the Airbnb service in years. And thanks to these upgrades, it's going to be easier to find a place to stay. We've really built a better guest experience around flexibility, which is something we know travelers want. So for instance, guests with flexible dates can find more listings in their preferred location. With our new flexible dates tool, you don't have to put in specific dates. You can search for any weekend that you want to go away in June, for instance, and see a lot more options. And the other thing we've done is improved our community support ahead of the coming demand. We've doubled the number of support agents to be faster and more responsive, and we've tripled the number of languages we provide support in, along with redesigning our help center.
And hosts have been playing a major role in this rebound. What can you tell us about that?
Yes, hosting, it's become clear in this past year, hosting is an economic lifeline. According to our latest global survey of our host community, because of the pandemic, 1/3 of homes hosts personally suffered a pay cut or lost work hours in 2020 or lived with someone who did. And at that same time, the average host around the world has earned $9,600 this past year from sharing their home on Airbnb. And I mean, that's 7 times the size of a typical U.S. stimulus check. So given all of this and given the coming demand, it is a huge opportunity for anyone who has the space to share this summer. And thanks to those product upgrades I mentioned, it's actually never been easier to host. We've launched a brand new simplified onboarding process. So you can now become a host in just 10 easy steps. Really, it only takes about 10 minutes for you to list your space on Airbnb and start earning that extra income.
This is all such interesting information. Where can we find out more?
Yeah, so you can always go to Airbnb.com to start planning that summer vacation. Or if you're looking to tap into that demand and share your space and want to maybe become an Airbnb host yourself, you can go to Airbnb.com/host.
Well, thank you so much, Liz. Looking forward to spending time with an Airbnb this summer. And I hope you have a great time traveling. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Good morning, Vail.
My name's James, and I've been in the market for mortgages several times over the years, so I've gone through the process with different people. And when I met Andrea, she explained to me why my current loans were subpar and how she could get better loans with better rates.
If I had to describe Andrea in one word, I think I would use the word passionate. She is very passionate about what she does and getting the right solutions for her clients, and that made her an absolute pleasure to work with.
Hi, I'm Andrea Cox. You can reach me at 435-631-9262. Call me, text me, or you can reach me at my website, andreacoxmortgage.com.
Beautiful sandy beaches and lush tropical gardens make San Diego the perfect destination for your next luxury getaway. I'm Stephanie J. This is the Opulent Minute. This home has amazing charm and style. You'll feel refreshed in this La Jolla Shores beauty. I'm here with Lauren, the owner of Pop-Up Picnic Co. Tell us about the services you offer.
We're a luxury picnic service. Our claim to fame is one-stop picnic experience that we bring throughout San Diego.
Book Pop-Up Picnic Co. through our concierge services page on opulentvacations.com. The open concept living and dining room easily flow to a comfortable and inviting deck. The enclosed and spacious yard provide plenty of room for outdoor entertainment, with easy access to some of the best shopping and dining San Diego has to offer. Whether it's relaxing on the property or enjoying fun activities at the beach, the Shores Retreat La Jolla has something for everyone. Thanks for watching The Opulent Minute. Book now at opulentvacations.com.
Historic Deerfield is significant as a site because we're an important place in American history.
All but a few of the historic houses are on their original home lots. The original town plan from the 1670s is still in place. The town retains its original scale, and in many of the houses we have objects connected to Deerfield, the Connecticut River Valley, and New England. And all of this together helps to convey a deep sense of place.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
Good morning, Vail.
A great nonprofit here in the Valley that keeps the brain working is the Vail Symposium, and we're so lucky because we've got Claire Noble here with us this morning. Claire, great to see you again.
Great to see you. I just saw you yesterday.
I know. It was
Hike,
been a minute.
Wine and Dine
Yep.
for Jack's Place. It was a great event.
It was beautiful.
My favorite time of year out
I
here.
know. I know, and it was a beautiful hike, a little bit different route this year than I feel like they normally do, but it was beautiful.
Yeah, I think I underestimated the vertical feed on that one.
We did too. We were all starting the hike and we were like, whew, man, we were not fully prepared for what we got into, but it was beautiful, and it's like always set at a really good pace. People hike it pretty mellowly, so that was good.
Yeah, and you know, big thanks to all the restaurants that supplied some great food.
Amazing food. And speaking of food, what do we got here?
We've got some shortbread cookies, and we're going to get to those in a second because I will tie this into our program on the environment this Thursday night. So this Thursday night, we're doing a webinar. We're starting at 5 o'clock, and we're actually going to 7:45. So this is a much longer webinar than we normally do, and we're going to break things up. We have a bunch of different specialists coming on totally different topics. So our very first topic is seaweed. And seaweed's kind of like the MacGyver of climate change because there's a lot of things it can do for us. And we have Dr. Nicole Price. She's a marine ecologist with the Bigelow Laboratory for Oceanic Sciences. And so she's a specialist in seaweed. And we're going to talk about things like seaweed can draw down carbon dioxide faster, 20 times faster than trees. Red seaweed added to animal feed can cut methane emissions. Seaweed is also a cleaner, so putting seaweed farms in different places can help clean the water.
I mean, there's nothing that seaweed doesn't do, it sounds like, which is so cool. And something I didn't really know about seaweed until we just had this conversation. The only issue is it has to grow, it's like very climate oriented. Like it has its place that it can live, and that's where it has to be.
Yeah, there's, you know, I thought seaweed was just seaweed, but apparently there's a lot of different types of seaweeds, and some seaweeds are very temperature sensitive.
Yeah.
And so that's a real problem for economies that rely on seaweed. As the water warms in some coastal areas, they're having to move farther out for cooler water to actually grow the seaweed.
Yeah, which is crazy right now. We've got to get our seaweed healthy so that our planet can be healthy.
And seaweed also might be a very important component for plant-based proteins because it actually gives plant-based proteins more of a mouthfeel similar to meat.
So, I didn't know that either. I'm learning so much about seaweed.
And seaweed's already in a lot of products. It's just not called seaweed. It's called carrageenan. So if you see carrageenan on an ingredient list, that's seaweed. So we're also going to do a segment on beavers. And we were just talking about this hike, wine, and dine this weekend. And the last part of that trail, we came down the 5 Senses Trail, right there, very close to the village in Beaver Creek. I don't know if you noticed when you got in there on that trail, how much more sort of humid it felt, and it felt cooler. Well, this is one of the things beavers can do. When they create their little dams, they create a little micro environment that's cooler and moist, more moist, and this actually can help our western forests be more fire resistant. So we have Dr. Sarah Marshall, and she's an eco-hydrologist. And she's going to be in conversation with Peter Sunnison, who's with the Eagle County Open Space, talking about beavers and what beavers can do for us.
It's incredible. Yeah, when we got down there, we were like, wow, it's cold in here.
Yeah, it was.
I was like, I need my hoodie right now.
Yeah.
I didn't need it for most of the hike, and then we got down there, and I was like, brr. All of a sudden, it got really chilly.
A little bit of water in an environment can really make a big difference. Not only can that make things more fire resistant, it can also improve fish life in that area, also insects, which can have a cascading effect for other animals that eat the fish.
Yeah, which is important. And we are like, our wildlife here is always so almost vibrant. They're everywhere. Where I live, there are signs that are like bears feeding. Do not, do not leave anything out. And it's important that we like respect our animals. And we moved into their territory, and especially here in the mountains.
Yeah, and you know, all of these things are interconnected. And so when you impact one, you could cause negative impact on other things, but also this is perhaps a way of impacting something in a positive way and having this knock-on effect to other things as well. So I told you I would get to why we have shortbread cookies. And shortbread cookies are kind of like primordial cookies. They have very few ingredients. They're very basic. They're probably the things, you know, my great-grandparents, your great-great-grandparents probably ate. And Walker's is a Scottish brand. They're probably one of the more famous shortbread cookies. And they really just have a little bit of sugar, butter, and flour.
Wow.
Now, the Pepperidge Farms Chessmen have quite a few more ingredients. And the ones in the center are ones I got the idea from this book, and I have an interview with Katie Quinn as part of this program on fermentation. And she profiles in this book, and it's a great book because it's all about cheese, wine, and bread, but all in terms of fermentation. But it's also a travelogue, and it also profiles people. So one of the profiles in here is a bakery in Paris, Poilâne, and they make a really fabulous bread that's a sourdough, but an old-fashioned, old-school sourdough bread. But the other thing they make are these shortbread cookies. Now theirs has an additional ingredient to the Walkers. It's still a little bit of sugar, flour, butter, and they add an egg to it. So I thought you could do a bit of a taste testing to see what you think of these different shortbread cookies. You know, right now, if you go to the cookie aisle at any grocery store, it's overwhelming. You know, there's all kinds of bells and whistles, but this is a very basic, very simple. It's really a vehicle for butter.
Yeah.
I mean, the butter is the main flavor you're going to get here. A little hint of sweetness, but not, you know, not a lot of other things. It sort of distills it down to this one ingredient.
Oh man, you're gonna do this with me, right?
I've already tasted them all, but
not on TV. So
okay, all right. Well, you know, it's interesting because the Walkers is, I want to say it's almost like a bar cookie.
Yeah.
You know, it's pretty thick.
All right.
They're also a little bit drier than typical cookies.
Yeah, very buttery.
And so how I even like started thinking about shortbread cookies is really more as an ingredient than something I was going to eat. Did you grow up baking?
Yes. Well, I bake a lot now. Yes.
Do you do pies?
I do apple pie cookies, but I don't do pies themselves.
So I think one of the things that scares people away from pies is that shortbread or crust.
Crust, yeah.
And this is a very similar a number of ingredients with that kind of crust. But what you can do is take something like the Walker cookies, crush them up, and then press them into the pan, bake that for, brown it, and then put your ingredients into it. And so that's how I came across them. There's another cookie that's an American version of the shortbread cookie, and that's the Lorna Doone cookies. And they're a very old cookie as well. They came out in 1913.
Wow.
So back when packaged foods were just starting. Now, right now, if you go to one of our local grocery stores, you find a gaping hole on the shelf for where those cookies are. And I think that's happening with a lot of products right now at the grocery store. For some reason, it didn't make it on the truck, or the truck didn't make it here.
I think these ones are better than the Walkers. These ones are sweeter than the Walkers.
Okay. I think they're less buttery, little bit sweeter, not as dry.
Yeah. I think the thin consistency of those ones makes them easier to eat than the thick consistency of the Walkers.
Right, right. So now, usually I think homemade is always best.
Me too.
So we'll see what you think of the homemade version of the cookie.
This one is the best because it has the best texture.
Not as dry.
Mm-mm.
And I think the hit of butter comes a little bit later.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this one is the best, and then the Pepperidge Farm ones, and then the Walkers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I think
Thanks
the
for
other
bringing
key,
on
the key
cookies.
to this cookie is really good butter. I'm a big fan of the Kerrygold butter. You can get it at the local grocery stores. It's an Irish butter, and to me, there's a big difference in the flavor. So I think in any kind of cooking, the ingredients that you choose are really important. So one of the other reasons why I wanted to bring this back to Katie Quinn is one of the things she says in this book is that we should be eating with integrity. And I asked her in the interview, what do you mean by that? And she said, you should know where your ingredients come from. And you should know what's in the food you're eating. And this is why I do think that homemade is best, because you can control what's being, what's put in there. These are a good cookie and this is a good brand, but if you read the ingredient list, there's things on there you can't pronounce.
Yeah.
It's got a half a dozen syllables. You don't know what it is. Butter, flour, sugar, egg, those are pretty simple ingredients. And you can pretty much know where they come from. Sugar's a little bit more difficult, but a lot of great locally produced eggs around here as well.
I was just gonna say, if you get homemade eggs or like from the farm eggs, my mom has chickens and her eggs, I swear, are the best I've ever had. Next time I go to Utah, I'll bring you a dozen.
That would be awesome.
She gets so many.
I think the other thing must be too is that they're really fresh. Like if you go to the grocery store, I don't know when those eggs were laid, but it could have been a couple of months earlier.
Well, and that's the thing is once you put the eggs in the refrigerator, you have to keep them in the refrigerator. With my mom's hen's eggs, you can leave them out and they'll stay good forever. Forever. They last for so long. And her eggs, yeah, they're beautiful because they're that natural, like she gets blue ones from one of her hens and the brown ones, and they're, yeah, incredible. I'll bring you some.
I think that would be great. You got to believe that it's also a bit healthier.
Yeah.
Again, because your mom is controlling what she's feeding to her hens.
They are so spoiled. They get all the leftovers, so they eat as well as we do. It's amazing.
So again, this program is this Thursday night. We're starting at 5 o'clock. And here's the thing, you can go to our website, vailsymposium.org, and see what programs, we're going in order. So, we're starting with seaweed, then we've got a program on solar schools, we've got a program on the beavers, carbon tax, and then we're going to finish up with Dr. Catherine Hayhoe, and this book actually comes out tomorrow. And all of the program up to this point, we're talking about potential solutions. Her program's all about how do we talk to people about climate change. Because right now, a lot of people shut down when you talk to them about climate change. And so she's got some great ideas for talking to people to help them understand why this is kind of a shared obligation and a shared responsibility of all of us.
Which is so cool. Okay, so people can go online, vailsymposium.org, check out the entire program. This is the mega program right now.
This is our mega environmental program. It is a webinar. It also will be recorded. So if you can't make the program, you'll be able to find that recording on our website. And then just real quick, and we'll talk about this next week, we've got an in-person program next week. We're bringing in Timothy Standrine. He's kind of one of our fan favorites, the curator at the Denver Art Museum. He's going to be talking about their upcoming exhibit, which is Whistler to Cassatt, which starts in November.
Amazing. Claire, thank you so much for coming in and giving us all this great information. Make sure that you check out the Vail Symposium website and that you attend all of their great webinars or their in-person lectures. They're absolutely incredible. Coming up next, we've got more Good Morning Vail, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
Hello, friends. I'm Eric Soonblad, one of your hosts of Eagle County Scoreboard, alongside the bestest of the co-hosts, Maddie Evans here. And Maddie, we've been having some fun times this summer debuting the scoreboard for Eagle County. Did you know we're at 10 episodes this week?
I know, it's crazy. Where has all of the time gone?
I have no idea. This whole year has just been a wild vortex of time. But we've got a wild fall sports season coming up for you after this summer of giving you some of the best hikes around Eagle County. Starting things off, showing off boys lacrosse from Battle Mountain and Vail Mountain School. We transitioned into hiking. We showed you Davis Hermes, a local highline freestyle slackliner. And now the fall sports season has really kicked off, Maddie.
And I know that soccer's the big one right here, so that kickoff is perfect.
Yeah, we got soccer starting off with Battle Mountain and Vail Mountain School. And pretty soon we're going to be bringing you exclusive coverage of your Vail Ski and Snowboard Academy athletes, all of their training regimens, everything they're doing to get prepped to be the next Olympic stars. And then my favorite thing that's coming up this winter, Maddie.
The Vail Yetis hockey.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be providing you behind the scenes coverage of your Vail Yeti. We're going to be bringing you locker room interviews with the coach, and game analysis. So if you can't catch the Yeti in person, you can catch them on the scoreboard. That's starting later this winter, but right now, every single Monday evening at 6 p.m., you can catch a new episode of The Scoreboard, and then it debuts on our YouTube channel on Tuesdays. And remember, if you can't catch the score, you can always catch the scoreboard.
Good morning, Vail.
It's a great time of year to start conditioning for winter, and a great way to do that is yoga, to make sure that your body is nice and loose and that your joints are well taken care of. And we're so lucky because we've got a fabulous local yoga studio right here in Avon, Revolution Power Yoga, and I've got Jenny here from there to give us some great information about what they've got going on. Thanks for being here this morning, Jenny.
Yeah, thanks, Maddie.
I mean, excited to have you. And you are one of the instructors there, so people can come in and take your classes personally.
Yes, correct.
I love that.
Yeah.
And right now you guys are doing a 40-day kickoff.
Awesome. Yeah, we're doing a 40 Days to Personal Revolution. It starts next Monday. It's a 6-week program of daily yoga, meditation, healthy eating, journaling and inquiring, and basically like just redefining your self-care and wellness.
Which is so important because all of these things will help kind of soothe your brain, which a lot of people need right now.
Correct. Yeah, the theme is connection and harmony, and we're really going to work with thought strategies, emotions, and the physical body to help come at it from a different lens.
Which I think this is important that people do this right before ski season. Although we all love to be out there and we love to ski, it's kind of hard. People go into that seasonal depression come winter time as it stays dark for so long, and this is a great way to kind of get ahead of that curve too.
Yeah, exactly. And this time of year is a great time to work on yourself and get your body in shape after playing all summer.
Playing all summer, getting out and enjoying that sunshine all summer, but then making sure that your mind and your body are connected to get ready for winter.
Yeah, and then you actually enjoy your life a lot more.
Yeah, which is 100% true. And these practices that you are going to kind of walk people through are good for them to carry on after the 40 days.
Exactly. That's the point, to have some time of intensity and really get yourself to shift and transform, and then work it into your daily life. That's how it's happened for me, because I've done the program 12 times and led it, and now I just like live this in my life.
So if people want to do the programming, how long are they going to be with you at the yoga studio to make sure that they're doing the correct amount every day?
You mean during the program or after?
During the program.
During the program, we're going to meet Mondays at 7:15 p.m. for an hour and 15 minutes for 7 weeks.
Wow. Amazing. And then everyday yoga throughout this 40 days.
Everyday yoga and a day off. We'll start small and like work our way up.
I love that. That gives people kind of those moments to get into yoga. And I just started doing yoga actually on TV. Every Thursday we do some yoga. And
I love it.
I mean, it's intense. I didn't realize we're doing like different breathings where you like plug one nostril and then in and out to get the different sides of your brain working. And it's crazy how different it can like shift your mood too.
It really can shift your mood.
Yeah, which is impressive. And so with your meditation, is it a guided meditation to kind of help people stay focused?
It's not guided. It's just, you're just going to sit with yourself twice a day, but I will teach people about it and teach them how to do that.
Yeah, I need that. I need help doing it, because I'm always like, okay, I'm going to meditate. I'm going to do this for myself. And then I'm like, squirrel.
I also teach meditation, so that'll be a really big part of it. And I'll give people the tricks and tools to make it happen.
Which is incredible. And then taking your classes, I mean, I'm sure you're an incredible yoga instructor. So how many classes a day are you teaching right now?
I teach 3 to 4 a week.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so people can come and see you the multiple times throughout the week.
Yep, exactly.
Oh my gosh, and what time do you teach your classes?
My classes are Thursday at noon, Friday at 8:30 a.m., Sunday at 9 a.m., and then I teach, I share a class, a restorative class, Tuesdays at 7:15 p.m.
Wow, I need the restorative class. I have a bad shoulder, and I feel like that would help.
Yeah, the restorative is a special treat.
Yeah.
It's really awesome.
Oh, I love that. And so people can go online to book their classes with you guys?
Yep, it's revolutionpoweryoga.com. They can sign up for the 40 days program on our website. It's $335 for non-members, and that includes free yoga the whole time. For members, it's $145.
Amazing. And you can sign up for a membership right now too for a good deal.
Yeah, for $49 a month for locals, you can have unlimited yoga just to try it out.
Incredible. And I feel like that's a hidden gem that people don't know about.
Yes, yeah, it's great. And we also have a Glenwood Springs location that's going to have the 40 days program with an instructor named Holly Cook.
Amazing.
And you can do the $49 intro offer there as well.
Oh my gosh. And $49 for unlimited yoga, that is such an amazing deal.
Yeah. That's like 2 classes.
Yeah.
And then you can go unlimited for the month.
Wow. Incredible. And so then people can come and see you your 5 days, do the restorative class, which I'm like loving the sound of that one.
It's awesome. We call it adult nap time. It's kind of like a meditation. It's really magical.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so perfect. Restorative mentally, less physically.
Yeah, just a couple poses. So it's the opposite.
Okay, good.
It's a really nice balance when you're doing a lot of the power yoga or skiing or...
Yeah. I feel like I need to start doing the power yoga to condition myself for the upcoming ski season.
Correct. Yeah.
And that's a good way to do it, because then you're less likely to get hurt, since you're like your body is conditioned, I feel like, in a better way than it would be if you were just going to the gym and like doing a bunch of arm workouts.
Yeah, it really does help with balance and so many different aspects, and the mental aspect, like we were talking about, that really help with skiing.
Oh my gosh.
And all the things we love to do here.
Yeah, I know, like the mountain biking has been so crazy because the leaves are changing.
Yeah.
People are getting so excited and
Yeah.
I'm like, there are so many people up there, it stresses me out.
Yeah, my husband's a big mountain biker, and he'll go to yoga just because that like evens everything out in his body.
Yeah, I mean, that's like an endurance sport where you can get beat up pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's important that people do the yoga. And so mini classes, what are the hours? How many classes a day do you guys do there?
Yeah, we have 3 to 4 classes a day. The usual schedule during the week is 8:30, noon, and 5:45. Tuesdays, Thursdays, we have 6:15 a.m. for those early birds. And then a few days a week, I think Monday and Wednesday, we have a 4:30.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, okay, thank you so much for coming in and
Yeah,
giving
my
us all
pleasure.
this great information. Make sure that starting next Monday, correct?
Next Monday, 7:15 p.m.
Next Monday, you enjoy the 40 days that they are going to guide you through this incredible mind-shifting journey at Revolution Power Yoga. You can go to their website and get more information and sign up for it, especially if you're already a member, because it's such a great deal. Coming up next, we've got more Good Morning Vail, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
With its world-famous sandy beaches, stunning postcard views, and a laid-back beach town vibe, welcome to San Diego. I'm Stephanie J. This is the Opulent Minute. Escape today to Whitefield Vistas in La Jolla. Originally built in 1928, this recently remodeled estate maintains its quaint classic feel while impressing with its rustic modern charm and bright decor. I'm here with Sarah with Toddlers Travels. Tell us a little bit about what services you provide.
We're a full-service baby and beach equipment rental company for travelling families coming to San Diego, so you can travel hassle-free with young children.
Book now through our concierge services page on opulentvacations.com. Renowned master architect Russell Forrester designed the living room and downstairs suite, as well as the expansive decks surrounded by tropical gardens with an ocean view. This home is perfect for your next luxury vacation. Thanks for watching the Opulent Minute. Book now at opulentvacations.com.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
My name's James, and I've been in the market for mortgages several times over the years, so I've gone through the process with different people. And when I met Andrea, she explained to me why my current loans were subpar and how she could get better loans with better rates.
If I had to describe Andrea in one word, I think I would use the word passionate. She is very passionate about what she does and getting the right solutions for her clients, and that made her an absolute pleasure to work with.
Hi, I'm Andrea Cox. You can reach me at 435-631-9262. Call me, text me, or you can reach me on my website, andreacoxmortgage.com.
Historic Deerfield is significant as a site because we're an important place in American history.
All but a few of the historic houses are on their original home lots. The original town plan from the 1670s is still in place. The town retains its original scale, and in many of the houses we have objects connected to Deerfield, the Connecticut River Valley, and New England. And all of this together helps to convey a deep sense of place.
All aboard!
Step on. Take a look around. And take a listen. Relax to the rhythm of the train on the tracks. For the kids, and the kid in all of us. The Leadville, Colorado and Southern Railroad.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I am here with Matt Lee from the Bookworm over in Edwards, which is one of my favorite places. when I want to go find a book, relax. They've got a nice little coffee shop in there. And it's a small, intimate space, but they've got everything you can possibly need. Everything from the children's books, self-help books, autobiographies, biographies, some really, really cool stuff.
Yeah, there's really something for everyone in there, whether it's a nice treat from the cafe, or a healthy smoothie, or or we have obviously books galore. We've got a lot of kids books, young adult books, and fiction, nonfiction, history, biography, really whatever you're into. We should be able to find something for everyone.
And the way it's set up, it's just, like I said, a nice intimate space, but you've got a few tables out on the sidewalk. You can hear the river running. So it's everything you kind of think about a perfect bookstore having: the ambiance, the selection. Everybody that works in there is just so helpful and knowledgeable of everything. And you've brought some nice books for us today to look at.
Yeah, I did. I brought a few new releases in with me today. We have a great staff who they're all voracious readers. They're all really big readers, and can come up with spot-on recommendations for folks if they need recommendations. The first book that I brought in here is called Think Again by Adam Grant, and it's a really interesting book. The author is a organizational psychologist, and he writes about how important it is to kind of think like a scientist, and also have some intellectual humility, and know that we don't know everything. So it's a great book for people who work with teammates, leaders, community members, all sorts of people. It's really interesting stuff.
That's nice. So it's applicable to sports, business, whatever you want. So it kind of crosses all those different boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
New York #1 Times bestseller. Neat.
Yeah, it's really good.
And then we've got Colson Whitehead, The Harlem Shuffle. And you said that you hadn't read this one yet, but you heard some good things.
Yep, that's true. Colson Whitehead, he's really on a roll. He wrote Nickel Boys and Underground Railroad, and those were really well-received books. And now he's kind of shifted gears and come out with a suspenseful novel set in Harlem in the 1960s. And it's kind of a family saga and kind of a suspenseful crime novel. So it's a little bit different for him, but it's something that I'm really excited about reading.
Yeah, I want to get to that one too, because I heard nothing but great things about the Underground Railroad. So
yeah, the Underground Railroad was great.
Great book.
It was, and they made a Netflix show out of it as well. Interestingly.
All right, now we've got The Cause, The American Revolution, and its discontents, 1773 to 1783.
Yeah, so this is a book about the Revolution, and people have been discussing it obviously for the last couple hundred years. So it's interesting to have a new release out about this topic. But the author really does find ways of bringing new light to the conflict. He imagines things from multiple different points of view, and really did a lot of research to find perspectives that maybe were lost to history. And so it's really interesting stuff. And The Cause is kind of an umbrella term, and underneath it, people had all kinds of different goals and motivations for gaining independence from Britain, but it all fell under the umbrella of the cause.
Nice. And then we've got The American Experiment.
Yeah, and so this one is, in my opinion, it's kind of the best of both worlds, because it's got a really conversational tone. It's a compilation of interviews with historians and musicians and actors and filmmakers. So the author David Rubenstein interviews Ken Burns, John Meacham, David McCullough, Billie Jean King, Madeline Albright, a lot of people who have really, really deep knowledge on a subject.
So a lot of different perspectives. That's nice to have. That way you've got that great build on different things to get your brain working.
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of like an introduction to, you know, maybe a number of different books. A number of the people he interviews have written books, so it could.
All right.
It's really good stuff.
We'll have to check that out. Well, thanks, Matt, for coming on. It's always great
Sure
to have
thing.
the Bookworm here to inspire us on some of the readings and things we need to go to get our brain working. But thank you again for tuning in to Good Morning Vail, and come back tomorrow. We have a great show planned.
Coming up right now, hey, don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining. We might get more quotes like that from the world's most famous judge. We're going to tell you when and where she's coming back.
Plus, she fought off a would-be robber at work and now she's suspended. But it wasn't for her fighting skills. We'll tell you why.
And later, Ben and Jen